Now wait just a minute!
It's okay.
Charlie.
Vox is right. We should let Alastor heal. I don't want to put any more stress on him. Don't even try to argue, Dad. Come on, guys. Let's go. Before I go, Alastor, we didn't forget about you. I'm sorry we made you feel like that. We should have gone and looked for you first, even if you would have refused our help. And if you did die, I never would have forgiven myself. We also don't think any less of you for getting hurt. I think taking on angelic steel proves how tough you are. I'm so glad you're okay, and I should have done more. The hotel is always open to you, and your job is still on the table if you want to come back. Vox, thank you for taking care of him while we failed to do so. And Alastor, I'm sorry I wasn't a good friend.
You okay?
No.
How about we get you somewhere more comfortable, huh? That outburst caused you some pain, emotionally and physically.
No. It's fine.
Al, you're burning up!
I'm fine. I just...
Yeah, no, I'm taking you straight to bed. I'm not afraid to restrain you with my cables if you refuse.
Can I at least have venison for dinner?
Of course. It is said that meat does help with fevers.
Where did you get that information?
I do my internet research. You should try it sometime.
I'd rather get that information from a book.
Vox, we saw the Ratty Hotel group leave without the red deer. I'm guessing he stayed? There wasn't a struggle, was there?
Yeah, Al stayed, and there was a struggle, a verbal one, though it almost got physical. But I did give the Hazbins a few choice words. I'm surprised he actually stayed and didn't run to the Princessa when he finally had the chance. Especially since he's been bitching about going back to that ratty hotel for a month. Yeah, I guess a small part of me thought he'd leave right there and then, but he actually stayed.
Well, congrats that your self-proclaimed boyfriend stayed. Speaking of him, where is the old geezer?
I sent him to bed. The fiasco earlier caused some stress and anger to build up, and it made him run a fever. But he'll be okay. I'ma wipe that shit-eating grin off your face, because radio is fucking dead!
Have to disagree with you there. Radio's not dead, but it is ending this broadcast. That was close.
Was it worth it?
What?
Was it worth running away to save your own hide? Was it worth leaving your family to defend themselves and nearly get killed?
No, I didn't mean...
You dying would have been what you deserved.
Damn. Lucifer blaming me for everything. I didn't see him anywhere when the battle started. My head. Blasted fever. If my powers weren't restricted, I would have easily taken that imbecile Adam down. But even if they weren't, I couldn't kill Adam, even if I wanted to. The next best thing has to keep him distracted. Obviously, I can't reveal that to anyone. I still tried with everything I got. I guess it wasn't good enough. Lucifer thinks so. At least everyone else didn't blame me. But they still made excuses on why they didn't look for me.
We're sorry, but we had a lot on our minds.
You've disappeared before.
Well, maybe not everyone. Angel and Charlie showed some concern and remorse.
We messed up, but whatever Vox put in your head.
Especially Charlie.
I'm sorry, I wasn't a good friend.
But they still forgot about me. She probably said those things to soften me up. But it's Charlie. I've known her long enough. My head is killing me. I don't know how long I've been asleep, but I'm sure they must be back at the new hotel.
Charlie?
I cannot believe you! How could you say all those cruel things to Alastor and blame him for everything?
I didn't blame him for everything. I blame him for letting Adam get away, causing more death and destruction, and nearly getting you killed.
He was hurt!
His arrogance got him hurt. He almost got your friend killed.
Sir, with all due respect, it was Pentius's decision to fight Adam, just like it was Charlie's decision to go up against him. I'll admit that Alastor can be arrogant, but he isn't the type to just fight without a plan, especially when fighting higher level opponents. He most likely did have one in case his shield didn't work, but Adam probably did something unexpected. Because of that, he got the hit on Alastor.
I bet Alastor used his taunting tactic on the bastard.
If he did, my guess is that he tried to rile Adam up so he'd make a mistake. That way, he'd have the opportunity to subdue him.
Well, we can all see that backfired.
I should never have let him fight Adam alone. I just thought...
He was invincible? I guess we forget that at the end of the day, he's still just a sinner.
Look, it doesn't matter how and why it happened. It did, and it cost us a lot. Says the guy who waited until the last minute to intervene. Yeah, where were you? I didn't see you volunteer. Okay, fair, but in my defense, I was under a deal that explicitly said that the Exorcist can't kill Hellborns. However, that contract broke the second that Exorcist, But what happened in the battle isn't the most important thing right now. The most important thing is that you made a deal with him!
It was to get information about how to defeat the angels. If it wasn't for that, we would have been helpless.
He still didn't give it without a price. If he cared, he would have given that information to you freely, not make a deal out of it.
But Vox is right. If he just wanted a deal out of me, he could have just left after making it, but he didn't. Didn't you see the look on his face? He had a face of hurt and betrayal. Maybe a deal is his way of knowing he can trust people.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's possible. My guess is that he wants to make sure you keep your end of the bargain. I gotta agree with Husk on this one. It's not easy to earn trust here. A deal can ensure you don't go back on your word. But he was still vague on his deal. You can't hurt anyone, but there's always loopholes he can use. He has something twisted planned.
You don't know that. You don't even know him.
I know him well enough to know he wants to manipulate and use you to get to me.
Maybe the reason you think that is because you're jealous that he's done more for me than you ever did. I didn't mean... I'm so sorry. Fuck! I just said something horrible to my own dad. Alastor's still at V-Tower hurt and mad at us because he thinks we abandoned him. And I don't know how to make it up to him. I'm a horrible person.
Charlie.
No, you're not. You're right. Maybe I am jealous. Sometimes I forget you're not a little girl anymore. But that won't stop me from worrying about you. And for what it's worth, we're all to blame. I shouldn't have let my petty rivalry and finally having my time with you get in the way of noticing he was missing. Yeah, we really messed up. He and I might not always get along, but even he didn't deserve that.
I should have done my job and protected him, even if I knew he could take care of himself.
I think telling him this would have been useful an hour ago, but... But someone told me that words are cheap, but actions speak the truth. And I know exactly how to show Alastor we're sorry. Hey, where's Nifty?
She said something about bugs and cleaning.